Hello, hello, hello. I'm feeling really small today. I'm feeling, um, yeah, right now, the waves of emotions are kind of have swept away the feelings of what it feels like to be me when I'm like fully self-expressed. And, oops, let me get that back. Okay. I have such a temptation to hide right now, to not be here, because, well, I don't need to answer that, but here I am. One of the biggest part of my process is to define failure out of existence, except for one thing, right? I only fail if I do not hit the start button. That's it, right? So here I am. As always, I do these videos completely for myself. I have spent years and years and years within a lifetime of social anxiety, and I felt so small and constricted. But I also know that I am way bigger than this, right? I am like when I find moments of spontaneity and fun and play, like it's the experience of life is amazing. And that is the goal, right? So part of um, what I've drawn here before I came on live, so this is pre-live freestyle, is how do I add more play into the moment, among other things. And whew, I'm telling you what though, right now in this one moment, I'm getting so many different waves that are hitting me. The waves and desires to perform, to sound better, to sound cool, the self judgment, whatever it is. And I want to put it all on public display. God, every little thing I do, it's like, oh, that feels wrong. Or I'm going too fast. Or, no, this one moment is perfect. It always is, even when it doesn't feel like it. Right? When I look back over all these different things I've drawn, it doesn't hit the same when I'm in a more down part of my life cycle. Uh, but, whew, it's getting heavier and heavier right now, and I'm just going to sit with it. I'm going to channel Mr. Rogers, and I'm simply going to put my entire being on display to all the versions of me out there. Mm. It the words keep coming in just a little faster than what I'm speaking. And then there's another part of me that judges me about whether or not I'm speaking well. There's so many different conflicting impulses right now. And I'm just going to give myself a lot of love. I'm going to be really gentle with myself. I have already succeeded. I've hit the start button, and that's where we are. I'm here to absorb all the emotional sea. All I have to do when I've fallen into the emotional sea is feel the emotions fully don't overreact. I slow down my speed. This particular flavor of the emotional C is anxiety. So the emotional C is all the really terrible feelings that I don't want to feel. And so I just have to feel them. And this is emotional strength training. I want to intentionally step into the challenging emotions and intentionally make them bigger to lean in further and further and further. It's like, give me more, give me more, give me more. As long as my physical body is safe, then I am an emotional immortal. And all I have to do is just feel this emotion. And whew, right now, there's a part of me that really wants to be magnanimous. There's a part of me that wants to be free of this shell, this shackle. So there's a spell that's in my mind that says, okay, if I want to be free of this, I need to, the words are having a hard time coming through. I need to feel this as if I'm feeling this for the last time. I need to cherish it. What if I don't get to feel this small ever again? I won't remember what it feels like. So I'm going to describe it in as much detail as I can so I can record it in the future and play it back and remember where I've been. Okay? So right now, I feel like it's just this constriction. Like I want to just like disappear. Uh, Last Monday in the improv class, there's one skit or where I just froze up. You know, we're supposed to speak in like only a certain number of words per sentence, and I just nothing. My brain was just like, ah. And I can just remember me just wanting to just like disappear, you know. And then somebody tapped me out, and just like so, they stepped in, and but then the teacher was like, "Oh yeah, find an opportunity for Hector to come back on." I was like, I don't want to, right? So it is this feeling of wanting to disappear. And I'm going to lean straight into it. Right, so this, right? Control my actions, not my emotions. So I'm controlling my actions. I'm on the live video. I've started it. Okay, here I am. Okay, I'm going to self coach myself. Um, well, let's start a new page because I've already started here. Let's start a new page. That will help me having something to focus on. My subconscious is saying, everything is terrible. It's like, great. This means this is a good emotional workout. Right? So I've defined failure completely out of existence. I'm controlling my actions, not my emotions. And when it comes to my emotions, I actually want to make it bigger. The emotions I do not want to feel, I want to make them bigger, bigger, bigger. That's how we do emotional strength training. And all we have to do is just kind of hold the weight, just stay there, just feel it. That's it. And then realize that we're not going to die. I'm not going to die. Use I language. Okay. I'm not going to die. Even when I feel frozen, when I feel like I'm not performing. It's like, oh, I'm doing better. It's like, great, you know? It just another part of my brain's like, yeah, that just means I have further to fall. The better I do. There's no winning this game. It's such a fun, extra challenging puzzle. That's what anxiety is. April. What day is it? Today's April 3rd, 2025. It is Thursday. All right, so I'm just gonna freestyle, and generally where I start is with moment by moment awareness. So here I am. This is my view screen. I'm looking out at my screen, and I have this little camera here, and I have it on this mount so that I can, yep. I don't need to justify. Justification is one of those anxiety voices. Okay, this is me. This is my view screen. This is my fear HUD, heads up display. This is R2 if I'm daydreaming. This is my locus of control. What I can control is whether or not I've started my live video, which I have. Okay. R1, game 1, R0, game 0, R negative 1. My one breath meditation goes here. Breathe. Drop the speed. Posture. And on the breath out, we let go of emotional effort. So this is useful in every single moment. Will we ever not have a breath? That's why it always anchored to the breath, right? And then is there ever not a speed? So the second part is the speed. And then posture, where we'll always have a posture. So that's the third. And then letting go of emotional effort, that's a little trickier. But that is the source of why I am struggling. It's because I'm trying to maintain something instead of just being present right here. That is the source of all our suffering. Is wanting this moment to be different than what it is. At the same time, we keep training and getting better. So we have to use a dual non-duality split to accept both contradictions. The moment now is perfect. Perfect. And including my training to become emotionally stronger. The reason I keep slipping is because I keep stopping these live videos. I would take months breaks for whatever reason. My subconscious is like, and then I fall backwards in my progress. So my commitment again is to keep on keeping on. All right. So one breath meditation. Everything sits on a ground of emptiness from which everything arises. There's nothing to do, nothing to be, no problems in this world. Problems arise because we want things, and those are problems are not problems either. So, okay. We're starting with that. This is the experiential moment of now. My emotions are freaking out a little bit, not that much. Um, my being is resorting to activating the 3x3. When I have nothing to grab onto, I need to have a few handrails. So the 3x3 life equation is what I use as a ladder. Okay, so this is health, wealth, relationships. Health equation on the lowest tier is physical health, my immediate health right here. And the equation for that is rest, fuel, clean, dress, exercise, stretch, and balance. And I want to celebrate because I've done most of that today already. Oh, right. Right, see? Things come after I get the ball rolling. Whereas the story in my brain says, I have nothing to say. And that's the fear talking. There's so much. There's so much to say. And let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Okay. This is now. I am going to plan the next 24 hours and talk about what I learned from the last 24 hours. That's what I developed from last time. Hmm. The tension in my being was rising again. So now I'm going to slow down and I'm going to channel Mr. Rogers' energy. We're going to go easy on ourselves and easy on others because we are all doing our very best. So now we're going to draw happy little trees. All right, let's draw happy little trees about what we learned. Um, one of them is ultra utilization. Everything in my life is for me to learn and to grow from. No matter what it is absolutely perfect for me in the moment. Especially if it's painful or hard, then it's even better because it's emotional strength training. Ooh, I have another one. It is universal celebration. I've noticed that this is kind of my hallmark responses when somebody tells me like, "Oh, they've had a great no, if they've had a bad time or they had a stressful week," I go, "Woot!" I have this was the celebrate emoji. Woot! And they're like, "Whoa, that's a interesting reaction." But here's the trick. I use this reaction almost for everything, right? They had a good day. They had a raise. Like, yay, celebrate. If they had a bad day, yay, celebrate. It's like, why not celebrate? My brain is hoping I would have a more smooth transition and talking more about this, and that very desire is what blocks it. Anyways, universal celebration. This is one of the techniques that I use almost always with whatever um, my partner was saying, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have time to call you because she's on vacation." And I was like, "Yay, you're having so much fun that you don't have the time to call me." It's like, "Yay." Or like, "I miss you." Yay. Like, I love missing you and I love you missing me. Like, there's no problems. I just celebrate everything, how no matter how ridiculous it is. And it's so much fun. It makes life just ridiculously fun. It's just like, um, yeah, yeah. Or like telling people about the traumas that I've had. It's just like, yay, isn't that funny? Because I've gone through um, just the lists of possible childhood traumas, and I go through the list. It's like, how is it possible that I have like every single trauma on there, short of like physical abuse? It's just like, hmm, not gonna put blame on anyone or anything, but it's just like, huh. I celebrate it. It's like, yeah, isn't that ridiculous? It's great. I don't. I yeah, that's a technique. That's the strategy I take with everything, and it's so simple. All you have to do is just celebrate. Yay, universal yay. You know, yay. No matter what it is. Um, yeah. So that is one thing that I gleamed. Okay, let's come back to the 3x3 life equation. Health 1 is physical health. Health 2 is mental, emotional, and physical. Um, both pleasure and training, strength training. Okay, and then on the very top will be a fully embodied spirituality. Okay, let's say the spell for this one. Oh, it's a little off. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. What if one day it just dawned on me, it just clicked that, wait, every single moment, every single word I speak was already poetry. Every movement I make was already dance. Every noise I made was already a song. And all of life is just a play, a movie that I'm in. And then I just get to play. Wouldn't that be amazing? So that is the idea of a fully embodied spirituality, where we are involved in every single moment. So it is our moment by moment awareness of this massive multiplayer on Earth game. We're just in the moment playing this hyper real reality game. Anyways. Okay, next. Wealth. On the lowest tier is our physical things. I'm going to celebrate that I spent 30 minutes without even like struggling. Just when I had 30 minutes to spare, I just went outside and just cut the lawn and came back in. Boom, like that. That is value put in maintaining the house. Right? So that's part of wealth one, immediate physical wealth. Wealth two is what replenishes wealth one, which is our income sources and our systems. Wealth three is our life purpose and becoming the absolute best doesn't feel like the right word, but I'm just going to use it. The best that we can be, all while understanding simultaneously that everything is perfect as it is, right? Again, you have to activate dual non-duality to hold both. You simply hold one in one hand, and you hold another opposing view on another. You do not try to reconcile them, and then you're done. Anyways, okay. Okay, I want to do a fear purge because I feel constricted right now. There's things. Okay, what this is I do all the physical things that my emotion is trying to keep in check, right? So it's like getting all my wiggles out. My emotions want to keep me from making funny faces. Yeah, this is really. Oh my gosh. Man, I've been trying to hold it back, but it's been yeah, this is so cathartic. It's been trying to not have me make funny noises, so let's make some funny noises. Ready? Oh no, I sound so weird and awkward. What are people gonna think? Oh no. Cringe. Embarrassment. Oh gosh. Blah, 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 blah. Other things I'm afraid of is mispronouncing words. Moving on. Okay. Ugh. Right? I'm all about liberation, which means we can do all the things as long as it does not hurt others. Ooh, here's the box of liberation. I want to talk about this. This is the box of liberation. As long as we stay within this box, we can grow as big as we can. What is this box? Well, I do not hurt myself or others. Okay? These are the sides of the box. I do not give away informational security. And I'm not loud and disruptive. Disruptive. I think it's DI. Anyways, that's it, right? I'm not going to scream at the top of my lungs because that would be loud and disruptive. I do not talk about hurting myself or others. I'm utterly emotionally nonviolent, physically, just everything nonviolent, and I do not give away informational security. Right? So within this box and on live videos or anywhere, I can talk about any of that thing given these boundaries. This is the box of liberation. The yeah, moving on. Okay. Now, wealth 3 is life purpose. It's got to be win, win, win. Win for me, win for the client, win for the world. I am going for my highest self. I want to develop a relative superpower and then be able to exchange it on the open market. Without being able to do that, I am unable to support my family, to support the mortgage of this house, my parents' retirement, whatever they may need. I'm unable to do that if I'm not able to exchange it on the open market. So I'm simply telling myself this so I continuously move in that direction. Okay, I want to be the best version of me possible. Da 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 da. Yep. So that's the wealth on the highest tier. I am feeling hungry. Okay, relationships. All right, this is me. These are the people in my life I am interacting with. These are my communities. And this is the relationships on the highest tier. We're all one. It's all me. Everyone is just a different version of me with different skin tone, different names, different life experiences. But if I was to be born in that body with those experiences, I would also think and do exactly as they're doing right now. So acceptance. However, just because I think that way doesn't mean everyone else will. So I still need to remember to do self-defense and defend my community. So community self-defense. And who comes and stays stays or leaves my life is how well we maintain our boundaries, which is our no's, the blocks, and our yeses. We got to know what we're for as well as what we're not for. And then we also need to we need to understand our own hurts and source love from ourselves. Otherwise, we're chasing other people for our own inner self worth. Okay. And let's keep an eye on the judgment of others because all we're ever doing is all judgment is self-judgment. So through our judgments of others, we can see our shadow side that we don't like to look at and the shadow judgments about ourselves. Because again, it's all me and everyone out there is a different version of me. So if I don't accept someone out there, I don't accept that part of myself as the greater whole. All right, so that is the 3x3 life equation. What can I get out of this? It is 32 minutes. Yay. Whew, all right. The emotional strength training is already working. The live video is working. It does not require anyone else. See, this is how I define failure out of existence. I'm simply talking to myself. I'm coaching myself. That's all I'm ever doing is coaching myself and loving myself and going gentle on myself. Oh, it's funny I say that. A new part of me hears it. So whenever I'm rude to someone else, I'm rude to that version of me. I lost it. I had a flash of it in emotional reality and then anyways, next. Okay. So, the box of liberation. Yep, I love that. That's what I'm doing here. I never talk about, harming myself or others, and do not give away information or security, and I'm not loud and disruptive. So within these bounds, I can expand as big as I want or can, and then can. So that's the box of liberation. Ultra utilization. Everything is for me. Every single thing in my life is for me, and I can use it. Utilization. Okay. My plan for the next 24 hours. Well, I've started a routines list. So here is the challenge. Whenever I start blocking my time, I start feeling the prison of time constricting on me. And if I already know what I'm going to do every single moment, you might as well just put me in prison and have it be a labor camp. It's just no. My being says no if I don't have to be that. At the same time, there are things that I need to do in the game. You know, brush my teeth, eat food, um, mow the lawn. There are things I need to create too. So, um, I'm starting to create a. So here is the solution to that, and I'm creating this while we're speaking. Oh, dual non-duality is another concept. I want to anchor. This is the core. Whew, tangent alert. Come back. Okay. So there are routines daily. This is nighttime, daytime. This is 24-hour cycle. Okay. All right. Things I need to do every single day. You know, wake up, protein, vitamins. I, wash dishes, etc. Exercise, stretch. Okay. Things I do every week. So Sunday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. Things I do every week would be trash, take the trash out. It's springtime, so maybe mow the lawn, maybe every other day, every other week, etc. Okay. Things that I do monthly. Let's see. I refill my vitamins. Um, Laundry would be like a bi-weekly thing. And then there's yearly. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, November, October, November, December. Okay. Change the oil on my car. So, okay, these are just examples. Then I have one-off task lists or projects, or one-offs. I need to return MetaQuest to Costco. I simply don't use it, or I want to buy the higher resolution if I do. Um, there's a few other things. Fix the fence door. It's almost done. I've almost fixed the whole fence in the front of my house, except for the door. I need to clean out the entire house. Yay, that's a not overwhelming task. Just clean everything, sure. Okay. Okay. Oh, live videos. That's a daily thing. Weekly improv class. I need to sign up for 103. Comedy Improv 103. Okay. So now let's zoom out. I have the 3x3 life equation. I can zoom in to see what I need to put in here and how to capture it, either in daily, weekly, monthly, yearly task, or project based or one off things I need to do or return or buy. Whew. Okay, so then I have these concepts like box of liberation, ultra utilization, universal celebration. I use this one so much. Dual non-duality. You you just gotta hold one in one hand, hold the other idea in the other. Like every moment is perfect as we are, and we're gonna keep striving to make ourselves better. They seem contradictory. If we're trying to make ourselves better, isn't this not perfect? Well, it is perfect, including our attempts to make life even better. Okay. Whew. 42 minutes. That's a how many minutes of workout that I've done. Okay, so live video workouts, emotional strength training. Emotional would be right here. Emotional workout. I did a anti-fragile group. So that is also emotional strength training when it comes to relationships and people and social anxiety. So I'm doing this. M, the mental part, is doing this. White paper, uh, capturing my ideas onto visual symbolic form. Now, oh, this is I blah blah blah. Really, I don't speak out loud all that often. I have to remind myself this. So when I trip over my words, it's because I'm trying to verbalize something that's usually in my head automatic. So I know what I'm saying, but then to translate it into verbal, into this vibrational form, while considering what the other person, the other me, might be listening, might something grammatical was wrong there. Anyways, so I'm giving myself grace. Oop, I'm tripping up again. Okay, let's keep going. What else? I need to build my entire business system. Yes, I do. Yay, that's not overwhelming at all. To capture everything that I talk about here, if somebody can pick up a book and read it, that would be absolutely amazing. But I actually have to write the book. you know, science of success. And I think I hear dinner. Yep, it is dinner time. So let me wrap this up. Hmm. I get rather triggered when my mom knocks on the door, even though, oh, I don't have the light on, because I have a red light on usually, and it annoys me when I feel like she is invading what I perceive to be my private, like do not disturb time, but I didn't actually have that on. So that emotional reaction really is completely my own. All emotional reaction is completely my own. But I am going to pause that here. No, I'll be right back. I'm simply going to take the food inside so mom doesn't worry about it. Okay, I'll be right back. I don't know why there was a beeping sound, the first for my headset, but I'm just going to keep moving on. Okay. All right, so I brought my food inside, and yep, that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, next. I want to talk about this. The I don't have a name for this plant yet, but it is how to eat bullets. It's when somebody's insulting me. Sometimes that person, or at least I feel insulted or trying to be controlled. I feel somebody's trying to control me. And when I feel attacked in some way, I want to lash out. I want to retaliate. And in order to stop the cycle of just violence that I've seen in my life quite a bit, I need to eat the bullet, the insult, because all my emotional reaction comes from me, not the other person. They can do whatever they want. As let's just say, for sake of argument, it's not physical. It's just words. Words alone isn't gonna do much to me. But if I get an emotional reaction, I want to retaliate. It's gonna cause this cycle, especially with my mom. Like if I give her attitude or like I yell at her, she's gonna be like, "Oh no, you don't," and then we're gonna get in this cycle of escalating emotional violence, right? So I need to break this loop, and I'm the only one on this side. So I break the loop on my side by eating it. I eat it, and I don't react, not with violence by words. Anyways, then I understand none of it is out there, right? My reaction has nothing to do with the person who said something. It's all within me. I respond with something calm, and then I process what it is inside me that generated the meaning that this was an attack. It's not. I am an emotional immortal. And once I have processed it, I grow a new leaf. A leaf is how I can process certain hits. And once I have a leaf, it won't even feel like an attack. It will just automatically respond with certain ways, the way sunlight gets transformed into fruits or whatever, nutrient, energy. So this is what I do when I feel hurt. I break the cycle of violence. I don't need to retaliate. And it's a double standard. Anybody can yell at me because if they yell, it says something about them and their being. Maybe they have a lot of stress. Maybe they have a lot of hurt, whatever. What they do says something about them. What I do says something about me. I don't worry about what other people do or do not do. Anyways, I'm getting tired and there's food here, so I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here. How do I plan for the next 24 hours? Um, you know what? I'm just going to look at this process. I'm slowly building out the system that is able to take to yeah, my brain is running out of energy, and that's okay, which means my workout is getting good. It's towards the end.